Hi, we are the NC States group, and we're building a website for NC State, which is targeted towards people who want to start their own business. So this site will basically provide some information to people who want to launch their own startup and provide them information about taxes, about licensing, and business registration and stuff like that. So we have a UI in front of us. So the homepage is pretty simple. We're just showing a basic slider of all the functionality that the site provides, and some of the sections, some of the important sections of the website are given below with a short excerpt and a link to read more details. Now, unlike the traditional way of navigating to websites where you have a navigation pane over here below the logo, we have chosen a bootstrap approach wherein we put the navigation right on top and it floats on every page. The advantage of this is twofold. First of all, to segregate the navigation right on top, and also it helps us to make a responsive interface, which I'll demonstrate later on. So that's about the home page. Now, our clients have provided us a few wireframes of how they would want the design to look like. So we essentially fit an interface to the existing wireframe, and we made some design decisions about the way of interaction with the user, the way of presenting and organizing information. So this is one such pages where the site provides some tax information. So as you can see, we've used jQuery accordions over here to organize the information, and if viewing on a tablet, it also optimizes the screen usage. You don't have to scroll much since you see only one section at a time, and it's an elegant way of displaying information. We have some more resources at the bottom, and these could be potential modal windows. If you have less number of information, you could show them over here. We don't have content right now since this is just a prototype, and this could also be a sliding widget with next and previous buttons, so that increases the functionality on a tablet. We have some more pages which we've taken from the wireframe. So this is the startup planning checklist. If you want to start a startup, these are the steps that they say you should adhere to, and the look and feel is quite similar to the previous page that I showed you. We are exploring the accordion style of interaction over here with optimizing the screen usage. During our discussion with the clients, we came to know that a lot of their pages are like step-by-step instructions. So one of the other ways of interacting with the user is to do it in a wizard. So for example, as you can see, we have this is a business registration which has 4 steps. So we have used the wizard style of interaction wherein we just show information to the user stepwise, and he can just go through them one by one and check his progress. He can move front and back, and right now we just have some static information, but in case we have some forms or some details that the user is required to fulfill, we can restrict the user from going forward until he completes that required step. And so this is just another way of interacting with the user. So these 3 pages were part of the wireframe, and we fit an interface to that and choosing the different styles of interaction and organizing information. Now another required functionality is to be able to browse through business licenses and to search for a particular license. Now the NC State site has around 700 licenses, so it was quite a challenge to come up with an interface which could essentially give you an overall view of all the licenses and also help you navigate through all the information and search through them efficiently. So we have the browse tool here. So as you can see, we leverage the accordion style here as well, so to browse to switch between the browse and information tabs. So this is the browse tool wherein you can browse through the licenses. So the previous approaches and the approaches that other sites implement is a drill down approach, wherein instead of having a tree over here, they just have hyperlinks to all of these categories, and when you click on them, it opens the subcategories in another page, and you have to go on clicking in order to get the details. So that approach is quite inefficient. So we're trying to give an overall picture to the user. He can see all the licenses, all the departments together, and make a decision as to what he wants to see. Bear in mind this is just a prototype, so we don't have all the information right now. So for example, if you, let's just say you want to see licenses related to the NC Forest Service, you would just click on the checkbox and it will show the information over here. We have 3 additional options if you want to download the information or download an application and view more details. Now the table allows you to sort according to the license or the agency. It also allows you to search. For example, if I search special, it allows you to filter. If you have more number of entries, you can restrict the number of entries shown per page to easily see all the required information. And let me just add one more category. So we have more results right now. So let's just say I want to see only 5 results on one page. So this is the pagination. You can see only 5 results on one page to just limit the amount of information you show to the user. So also, if you just want to see, you don't want to see the history again, you can just hide it. And if you want to see but you want to resize, if some text is not visible, you can just resize this widget, or you can even decrease the size of that widget. Now through overall site, we try to put in as much white space as we can, since it increases the readability of the website. We try to use subtle colors, not anything too vibrant. So as you can see, the light shades of blue, they make it easier to differentiate the different rows and read through. The right hand side is again a jQuery widget that we've implemented again with Bootstrap styling, light subtle colors. And instead of using the normal checkboxes, we use image text boxes to make it look a bit better. So that's about the license page, license browsing functionality. Another functionality is to search for a particular license. So the clients were inspired by another site which actually used this kind of search, but however, instead of having an and between all these three conditions, it used an or. So you could browse through the county, or you could browse through the category, or through keyword, but you could not do everything simultaneously. So here we allow that functionality. So for example, if you want to search through beer, let's say I want to open a brewery. So the search shows me different licenses and different counties where it's available. One thing I forgot to mention is that this license could potentially be a link which opens in a new page, or possibly in a modal window. It's something that we haven't implemented right now. And the same can be done if you want to select some county and you want to search through it. Again, for selecting categories, we have used a multi select drop down, and the benefit of this is first of all, we can search through, like you can filter what you want, you can type through if you have a lot of categories, and you can see all the selected categories right ahead. You can remove some categories by simply clicking on the cross icon. So instead of the usual way of showing a list box and you tell the user to control click on the different options, we just give a multi select drop down with search capability. So that's additional functionality. Even in this drop down, it's single select, but it allows you to search, so you don't have to browse through the whole thing. Over here we used autocomplete to guide the user, instead of if he just knows the keyword partially. These are some potential keywords that could be used. So that's about the search functionality. So these are the main things that we wanted to demonstrate before you in a demo. And lastly, coming to the responsive site. So a responsive site is a site that basically adapts to your screen. So if you can see, when I go on reducing the screen dimensions, the width, keep an eye on the top navigation. So when the screen size reduces, the top navigation consolidates onto a single button, and you can see all the menu items over here. So if you were to view this on a tablet, this is how you would see it. Some more responsiveness has been put into this. So if you go on reducing the size of the screen, you won't be able to see the slideshow properly. So the best way is to just hide the slideshow, as you can see. And these links at the bottom, they're rows initially, and when you go on reducing the size, they just pile up on top instead of being in a row format. So if you were to see it on a tablet, this is how you would see it. So we haven't made it as responsive as we would like it to be, but this is just to demonstrate some of the possibilities. And that's it for all the implementation of the demo. And thank you for watching.